and we should be live. We'll see if we are. Where are we at here? As you guys could see, I have a special guest tonight. I have the man, the myth, the legend, Altered Tech. He is in the house.
Yo,
Um,
what up, everybody?
yeah,
What's
introduce
good?
yourself to the crew, man, to the SMT Nation.
Yo, my name's Altered Tech, and I've been doing this for about 2 years now. I've just been reviewing OnePlus devices. Sometimes I'll do like Apple device or a Samsung device, but I love taking photos. So if you guys want to see my pictures and stuff, go ahead and check my Instagram. There's tons of photos over there. So if you guys are interested in camera comparisons and stuff, just hit me up. And if you have any OnePlus fans over here, man, just give me a huge shout out.
Yeah, so Altered Tech is actually he's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. I probably got subscribed to you maybe about 5 or 6 months ago, maybe around February, something like that. And
Okay.
you popped up in my recommend somehow, some way through the JG Nation, bro, through JG Tech Blog. So
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Is he still making videos?
he's been laying low, man. I
Oh,
haven't seen any,
okay.
I haven't seen anything either, honestly. So I couldn't tell you, man. JG's a good dude. JG actually put me on, man. He kind of
Yeah,
explained a
you
lot
were
of
on his
things to me
live
about
stream, right?
YouTube. Yeah,
Where'd you guys?
yeah.
Oh, I think that's the first time I actually saw you too, man.
What we were doing is he had me on to do the podcast. He had an idea to kind of add a dimension to his channel, and it turned out really well, I think, for the both of us. The one
Okay.
thing I will say, though, I do miss having him on, just being a part of the channel, and and whatever he's doing, I'm sure he'll get back to the channel, and he's got a lot of loyal subs and good people that look out for his content. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Got me some coffee, bro.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. It's still a little hot in Cleveland, man. I don't know. I don't know what it's
Oh,
like over there, but it's
Cleveland.
still like 80 degrees over here.
Nah, today was like 78. Yesterday was like 40 or something, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a little warm today. It's been seasonally warm a little bit, but I actually like the fall. So I can't wait to enjoy hot coffee without sweating. So I'm
Huh,
looking forward to that. Um
I gotcha.
so as I was saying, guys, please do check out my boy here, Altered Tech. Excellent channel. Very good content. I like his videos because this guy, and I'd say this if you were here or not. You got your own style, you got your own twist. It's you, you're doing it. Nobody's in your ear telling you what to say or do. And I can appreciate that. As a creator myself, that's what I'm looking for. And I will also say, as I've been a creator now for a couple of years, I've gone away from the MKBHDs. I've gone away from the Lou and all these guys. I can't relate to them. So who am I looking for to watch from content creators? I'm looking for those that are in similar positions to me, small YouTube channels who work very hard to make very good content as best as they can, and they offer something unique and they have their own style. Because I know what MKBHD is going to say. I don't even have to watch his videos. I know what he's saying right now. I already know, but I'm looking for something different. And that's why I watch a channel like Alter Tech, because I know what I'm getting from him and I know it's him. I know it's his. And I want to thank you for your content, man. I really do appreciate the videos you make.
All right, man. I appreciate you watching, man.
Yeah. And we got you on now, man. We're going to introduce you to the SMT Nation. Now, here's what I do when I start the podcast, bro.
All right.
I do roll call. I'm a school teacher. You know, school teachers take attendance.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to take attendance. So here's how I do this. We got Rafi in the house. Rafi is a moderator, AT, and good friend of mine. You've probably seen him in your comment sections. He's in the community. So Big Rafi, thank you for being here. He's got moderating duty. He's got the big wrench. Watch yourselves out there. We got the Madbird. He's also a moderating tonight. Good to have you on, buddy. Thomas Phillips is here. You know, it's funny, Alter Tech. Thomas Phillips always watching in 144p. What do you think of that, bro?
Thomas Phillips.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
even possible?
the poor guy, man. I think his LT is just it ain't cutting it, man. We got Romeo.
144.
Yeah, 144p, man. We got Romeo. We have Ronald's in the house. I know, guys, I'm a little late, but we had to kind of coordinate this. It wasn't easy. Frankie's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Frankie's a big commenter on the channel. Thanks for being here. Brian's in the house. Yep, got the Alter Tech is here. Cheryl, good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. Robert, good to see you. Jamaal, a patron, a friend of the channel. Thank you for being here. Marco Ramos is here. iPhone 11 review. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm tempted to get an iPhone 11 because it's actually in my price range. It's in my bracket. But I don't know. I feel like I should leave that to the phone reviewers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really a phone reviewer. I'm more like a network reviewer.
All right, but
So
if you get it, like, what are you gonna review? Like the camera or just like the performance or what?
I don't know.
Because basically, the only difference is that wide angle lens and the different processor.
And
But
actually, if you think about it, like, how different will the processor be?
someone posted a video. They said that they just kind of just rewired the processor a little bit. It's not that much of a difference.
So
But I
what?
know they posted like it's slightly powerful and but
So
I
is it
really
going
don't
to
see
be
much.
slightly? Is it going to be slightly more powerful than the 10R?
Yeah, it's the Bionic A13 chip.
Is that the same chip that's in the 10S?
No. The XR and the XS have the same A12 chip.
Okay.
Now the iPhone 11 and the Pro and everything has the Bionic A13 chip.
I don't know, man. I know they do
Let me
benchmarks and
check.
stuff like that, but to me, the benchmarks don't mean much, honestly.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah. What's up, Chris?
Actually,
Good to have
I
you on.
tried one today, and it actually came out a lot slower than the previous version of iOS 12.
Wow.
So yeah,
So actually, the iOS is what makes the phones faster, and not so much the hardware.
it's a combination. I did this in engineering school, so it's I know Apple focuses more on the software side. So for Android, it's more of the hardware. You're just like interested in pushing like more horsepower
Hmm.
than making the software more easy to use.
I will say that Android, though, is powerful. It just needs the resources to be powerful. So you got to give it the RAM. You got to give it the Snapdragons. You got to give it the hardware, and it'll run very well. But it just needs more resources, you know?
Yo, but bro, like at this point, like technology has become so cheap and so fast that you don't. It's reached a point where they can handle all the messy software on the Android side.
Jessica,
So
good to have you on. I do have Alter Tech with me. We're actually talking hardware right now and software. That's interesting insight. I like hearing this type of stuff because I think to the average consumer, they don't really know the intricacies of what the companies are doing year to year. They just see it's like, oh, it's a new phone. It must be markedly better. Let me get out of this 1-year-old phone and upgrade to the next one, even though they probably really don't have to.
yeah, that's true. And a lot of people they're not really into photography or photo editing or video editing, and you really have no reason to upgrade if you're not interested in those things like right now, because these phones, these chips, they're lasting longer than expected.
I have, man, let me take a look and see what I've got here for phones. I've got an LG V50 ThinQ 5G. I have a Google Pixel 3a XL. I have an iPhone 7. And then somewhere floating around here, I've got an LG Nexus 5X. I've got like 4 devices over here, and they all
Yeah,
run good.
how's your Nexus 5X?
Bro, it needs a battery.
Okay.
But other than that, like if I put a ROM on there, I bet you it would be butter. It actually runs
You are.
decent.
I heard you tweeted me today about your Moto Xperia edition, so I actually dug mine up, man.
Look
I
at that
actually
beauty, bro.
yeah, it's a nice phone, man. I actually replaced the back cover, but
Hmm.
unfortunately the display just stopped working. So
I had to
yeah.
replace my display once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I
Yourself or
did.
you
Yeah,
actually
I did it myself. Yeah, I do repairs actually. Um,
okay.
I've been replacing mostly iPhones because most people don't fix the Androids because they're usually cheaper and not worth it to fix. Like, take for example a Nexus 6. You remember Shamu?
The whale?
Yeah, the Motorola Nexus 6, the huge one.
Oh yeah,
Before
yeah,
the
yeah,
Nexus,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
before
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Nexus,
Of
before the
course.
Huawei Nexus, right?
Yeah.
That display was $200 when the phone was worth 150.
Wow.
So nobody was fixing these phones. You know what I'm saying? With an
Yeah.
iPhone,
Think you lost some connection. See. Yo, my dude just froze. All right, let me just read the comments real quick. He said shampoo. Brian, you upgraded from the S9 to the A50. Interesting.
let me see if I can figure this out. Did I cut out for a second?
Yeah, you did, man.
All right, I got one last thing I got to do. Maybe I just forgot to do it here. 1 second.
Wait, how come T-Mobile didn't get the LG V50 anyways? Is it exclusive to Sprint? Oh, you think you froze again? Just use an S8 Plus and just got an 11 with the 128 gigabytes to try. You know what's messed up, man? I think Apple's messed up for using the 64 gigabyte iPhone model. I mean, it's 2019. I think we should start off with the 128 gigabytes. 64 gigabytes is not much, especially if you're going to record 4K video, man. Um, the 5G LG V50 is Sprint since it's mid-band. Okay, that makes sense. I know T-Mobile hasn't had their 5G network set up yet. So Sneed is out, man. I guess I'm running the show. You guys have any questions or comments, man? This is kind of unexpected. So did anybody get iOS 13 yet? Oh, Ray said he doesn't have much trouble with 64 gigabytes of storage. Well, I mean, I take a ton of videos, man. Like especially 4K, so it kind of runs down pretty quick. Um, in the DC, 5G for Sprint was actually decent, good coverage and speeds. Does Visible work on the Nubia or Red Magic? I have no idea. What if Sneed just froze in real life? Imagine, and I'm here just chilling in the spotlight. Am I going to get the OnePlus 7T? Um, damn, I'm actually, kind of close with OnePlus, so I think I'm doing something with them next week, but I can't tell you guys. It's non-disclosure. Um, but the 7T, I'm actually thinking about getting it. I'll see how it actually looks. It's basically just like the 7 Pro, um, conformed into the body of a OnePlus 6T. Um, oh snap! Sneed must be using T Morable. Um, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat is holding Sneed hostage. Um, Mortal Kombat. I was gonna put my Naruto headband on, but I didn't want to go crazy for this live stream. Where'd you guys get Sub-Zero from? I'm actually using T-Mobile right now. I mean, it's good, but once you go into the city, like the speeds is just ridiculous. The coverage, like the bars, I have no issues. It's pretty much like between 4 to 5. Mm. Damn, I don't even know what to talk about, man. I thought Sneed was supposed to be here, running the show, so that means I'm gonna just put my Naruto headband because I'm in the spotlight right now, bro. And you guys got any questions and stuff? Hit me up, man. I got my Nexus 6P. I got my LG G6. Like I said, a Moto Xperia edition. And I did a video on the Samsung A10e. So this is like probably the most cheapest Samsung device you could probably get your hands on. I know it's for free on T-Mobile. So I posted the video. It was initially this phone was like just super slow, and then people started getting pissed off because you're like, "Hey man, can't trash talk this phone, man. It's not that bad." So today I did a follow-up video, and it turns out it's not that bad. So let's see if my Naruto headband is going to bring Sneed back to life. Let's see. Let me just read up in the comments. You guys have any questions? This is so awkward, man. What's your favorite phone you got this year? It has to be the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's the fastest Android phone on the market. Super smooth, barely any lag. The lag is almost non-existent. And the cameras have gotten better over time. You guys can check out my videos and see the camera quality for yourselves. So I think we got Sneed back.
All right.
Who's ready for October 1st? What's October 1st? Postseason baseball? Son of Goose?
I'm back.
Sneed. Oh man, you sound horrible, bro.
Hold on, give me a sec.
He has the same case as my S8. What are you talking about for the OnePlus 7 Pro, the Fusion X? The OnePlus 7 Pro 5G. Oh, Call of Duty Mobile is launching globally. I've been waiting for that. I was actually in the Bahamas. I was trying to download that game to play while I was on a plane, but still has yet to come out. So, Metro by T-Mobile, great service in the Chicagoland area. I have yet to try T-Mobile, man. I've tried I've tried Total Wireless. I've tried Virgin Mobile. I've tried
Okay,
Mint
how are we?
Mobile. All right, finally, it's back.
Okay.
Yo,
Sorry, man. I'm having issues, bro. I've been kind of going through some things with my internet provider,
yeah,
and I pay for like their most premium plan. I even upgraded it. Like I went to the top. I said, "Give me the best plan you have. I can't have disruptions. I have the highest end router that I can get before it gets into like enterprise level, and I still have issues like that."
you think it's because of the basement?
I don't know, man. I mean, my signals are strong. That's
All
why
right, it's
I'm like
probably
I'm lost.
the company. Wait, what do you have right now?
I have Cox.
Do you have any other like alternatives and stuff?
I have no choices. That's it.
Bro, same thing. Everything is monopolized, bro. I only have one choice right now, and that is Optimum. And every year, you're guaranteed to have about at least 10 outages per year. So
No,
it
I
is what it
have
is.
outage. I have loss of service every day.
Oh, damn.
Every day, it just randomly cuts out, and all they ever do, I call, I complain. All they ever do is tell me, "We'll reset your modem. We'll do this and that and the third." And then it's okay. Well, we'll send somebody out. Why? Why? Stop this. Like I get so frustrated, man. I don't want to like disrespect people, but it's
Yeah.
aggravating, man.
Yeah, no, man. As soon as 5G comes out, I think I might just cut out with home Wi-Fi, bro.
Isn't it crazy,
Depending on
bro?
how well it, depending on how good it is.
We're gonna go
I just know
like
it doesn't penetrate through walls too well, so that might be an issue. But I wouldn't mind going outside and just doing a live stream with my 5G phone.
you wouldn't even have to. They're gonna be putting like, do you live in an apartment, for example?
Yeah,
See, the apartment or house, they're considering putting nodes like at blocks in neighborhoods, at near apartment buildings, so that way the connections are close, and then they'll just rebroadcast it towards the locations where people have the service. So they'll literally
okay,
be pinpointing antennas in the directions of people that have the service.
interesting.
It'll work, bro. All right. So now that I'm back and I think we're good to go, because I think I may have figured it out. What myself and Alter Tech want to do tonight is we're going to do things the Sneed Mobile Tech way. We're going to talk about what's going on with my channel, but we're
The
also
Depot
going to
way.
talk about, we're also going to talk about what Alter Tech does on his channel. And actually, I want to start first by giving Alter Tech's channel a special shout out. So, Raf, if you have the opportunity, if you could, please put in a link for Altered Tech's channel so people can check it out. They can look at some of the content that he's posted recently. Do check out his channel, subscribe, take a look at his videos. He's got really good reviews on hardware, things like smartphones like the OnePlus devices. He does good coverage on that. He reviews cameras. He reviews the performance on these devices. I like your coverage, man. I honestly
Man, I
like.
appreciate it.
I learn a lot about the OnePlus devices from you. I
Yeah,
do have
actually, I'm just trying to probably just specialize in that right now because that's where I'm getting the most attention. Yo, someone actually posted a super chat earlier on. Someone talking about they didn't have enough service. I forgot where it was. I can't see it right now, but
I'll take a look here. The SMT loves the super chats. All right, where is it at? Where is it at? Man, I'm going back pretty far. How much did I miss?
yeah, you were going for a while, bro. It felt like an eternity.
Dang. Sorry I left you hanging, bro.
Sorry, man. I was just showing them my phones, my many
uh,
phones.
yeah, I got 4 right now. I mean, I'm only using 3, but I mean, there's technically 4 over there. I can't find this super chat, man. Whoever gave this super chat, thank you for that.
Uh,
I missed a lot. All right, Jessica, stop teasing me.
I think
That's enough of
she
that.
was talking about Visible, man. I know it was something about Visible, and she didn't have good service or something somewhere in Nevada. I think something about that. But
Okay.
did you try Visible yet, bro?
I did a full review on it. I did like a 1
Oh
month
snap!
and a half review. I posted it to the channel. It was amazing.
Are you serious?
It was amazing for the first 3 months.
And what happened?
It's not amazing anymore.
Wow, with customer service?
You know what? I never liked the customer service. It's been bad the whole
Oh
way.
shit!
Yeah, I want to shout
Oh,
out your channel real quick. Here's a link to Alter Tech. You guys can check it out there in the live chat. So here's what I take away. When I first got it, they lifted the 5 megabit per second data speed cap.
yeah.
So that means they really opened up the gateway that if you lived in an area with good Verizon coverage, it was going to be fast. And it really was. In fact, it's actually still fast. But here was the beauty of it. You get unlimited hotspot with it, unlimited LTE hotspot. So I was getting 10 to 20 megabits per second on hotspot. So it was amazing. Now, the LTE speed is still good. The coverage is still good. But like randomly, the LTE just goes out. And if you know anything about Visible, it's LTE only. There's no 3G, there's no CDMA, there's no backup,
Oh
there's no roaming, there's none of that.
yeah.
It's a cloud-based version of Verizon. So when the cloud fails, we lose LTE.
Oh, that sucks.
So I was going for a run, bro. I was hauling, bro. I was like on mile number 3. It was great. I had a good pace going. I had a good song on. Cut off.
Oh
No LTE
man.
the rest of my run. So 30 minutes to go that way, and then I had to go back with no tunes, bro.
And I mean, if you do have like a family, like if everyone just pitches into like $40, you could probably, probably get something else better. Anyways,
So what?
right?
Boost is doing 5 for 100, 4 for 100.
Yeah, usually it's something like that. Yeah, you got Cricket Wireless, you got a
Mm-hmm.
few others. But what's your
We
favorite?
got.
Metro? You're into Metro, right?
I actually. So I only do postpaid, and the reason I do postpaid is
Oh,
because I'm on multiple lines. So you know how you were
oh,
talking
okay.
about how like you could do better when you have family plans.
Yeah.
Well, postpaid and prepaid are similar when you do family plans. So my family is on Verizon. I have like
Oh,
six lines. Each line works out to like 40 or $45. And
okay.
I have a T-Mobile line which I just got. That one's a postpaid line. It's on a family plan, so it's like $40 a month. And that's kind of the way to do things. Like if you want to save money, you get bundled in with a family plan, or else you're going to be looking for something like Mint Mobile or one of those other MVNOs where you can save a buck. Um, oh, okay. It was a super chat from Stacy. Got it. Okay, thanks, Stace. Appreciate it, man. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like I tried the Visible prepaid service. It was good. I really liked it. And then I started having those LT drop offs happen 3 times in the last 2 weeks and no LT at all. So that means no connectivity whatsoever. So that, along with the hotspot getting slowed now, So it went from like 10 to 15 megabits per second. Now it's at 4 and 5. So
Wow.
it's just not as good as it used to be. And then those connectivity issues with the SIM card, I don't know what's going on. So my visible ends on the 27th. I will not renew.
Wow.
And I've got this T-Mobile. Yeah, Pete is calling BS. He's getting it for me for cheap. It's going to be like $30. Pete, thanks by the way for hooking me up with that, man. Appreciate it. But just remind me to send you over the money every month, bro.
Yeah, I think Stacy just said that she had no data, no calls for 2 days.
See? Like and I think it's because it's cloud-based, you always run that risk.
Wow. So it's unreliable. So I guess I'm gonna cross that out my list. But the deals was sounds pretty good. You get like what, a $200 gift card if you buy a phone over $400 or something like that. But if it's unreliable, I mean,
It's enticing.
yeah.
It really is intriguing. And I mean, you got to try it, man, to really know. I mean, it might work out for you. I always tell people, here's my experience. You take what you want from my experience. Don't let it deter you. Don't let it influence you. Just keep in mind, here's what somebody saw. You know?
Hmm. I was actually thinking about getting that iPhone 11 or XR with that $200 gift card, bro. That sounds pretty sweet right now. But I'm like right next to New York, so you know, at Verizon, they're pretty damn good over here, as well as T-Mobile. So I'm thinking about it. Not exactly sure.
Verizon is doing 500 if you trade in an iPhone 7, and they're giving you 200 on a gift card. So
Whoa.
you can get the 11 for free. You just got
So
to
is
ride
that
with
what you're
them.
gonna do?
I don't know, man. My dad wants an iPhone, bro.
Go
I
for it,
might
man.
I might do it for him cuz I had him in this iPhone 7. He had it when he first came out. I got this for him. It was like 128 gig storage. That was like a big deal a couple of years ago, right? 128
Yeah.
gig storage. So I got him that, and it was from a dealer. It was from like a guy that ran a Sprint store. And
Hmm.
he's like, yeah, I got this, and I got a good deal on it, but I want to upgrade to a plus. You know, just throw me whatever. And it was a really good deal. I ended up paying like $350 for it or something, and it's
That's not
unlocked,
bad.
bro. The thing was worth like 600 at the time.
Yo, but
Um,
isn't Verizon locking their phones now?
Yeah, this one. So this was actually a Sprint phone, but
Oh,
but he
okay.
unlocked it. He had it unlocked. I don't know, whatever he did, he had it unlocked.
Hmm.
So it worked. It worked on Verizon. But yeah, 60-day lock on all Verizon phones. They got to be active service for 2 months, and then they'll unlock it. What's crazy, Altered Tech, is in my heyday when I was moving phones and doing tons of repairs, buying and selling, and all that. Uh, I used to tell people if you're gonna buy an iPhone secondhand from somebody, make sure it's either a Verizon phone or an Apple phone, like from the Apple store,
How come?
because they're unlocked,
Oh,
right? So if you buy like a T-Mobile variant, it's locked to T-Mobile until it's paid off. And then you got to request the unlock. They send you a code and then you put it in and it unlocks it. Same thing with AT&T, same thing with Sprint. All Verizon phones used to be unlocked. And I'm going to tell you the story as why only Verizon does this. So in 2012, Verizon made an agreement to receive spectrum for their network. And in that agreement, there was something from the FCC. There was like an amendment in the agreement that they had to leave their phones unlocked all the time. So they got the spectrum out of the deal. It benefited their network. They just had to make sure they didn't lock devices, and they never did. All Verizon phones were unlocked. You could take a Verizon phone right out of the box at the store, and it was unlocked. They didn't have to
yeah.
activate it, nothing. It was unlocked. And it was great. I used to tell people, you're going to buy an iPhone, a Verizon one is as good as an Apple store. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, they have to be unlocked. It's in the legal binding contract that they have with the FCC. And then apparently Verizon doesn't give a damn about the FCC anymore. They're like, to hell with this. They don't even care anymore. Now they're locking their phones. So that contract, that agreement, you could just throw it right out the window. Verizon doesn't give a damn. And
I
they're
think it's
saying
because that
it's
guy, that was his Anjit Pai, whatever his name is. Didn't he work for Verizon? So I'm
he did. He
guessing
was
he's
a
just
big
giving
time
them.
Verizon lawyer.
Yeah, so I think like he said something like how Verizon is actually losing money when they have the phone unlocked because people are just taking it, reselling it or something like that. That
The
was his
bottom line,
excuse.
right? The bottom line is they're saying that people are stealing devices. They're trying to prevent theft.
Yeah,
But here's the thing, bro. If you know anything about these types of black markets where they stealing phones and unlocking them and sending them overseas and all that, none of that stuff matters if you Verizon unlock. There's no other country where these phones go to that acknowledge the blacklist. Like they don't care. They don't partake in the global blacklist programs. That's like a North American thing. So you could take a locked iPhone from the US and you could take it to China and it'll work fine. You could take it to Russia, you could take it to Armenia. All right. They could take it to Georgia. I'm talking the country, not the state. Right. And
yeah,
they don't care. They'll activate it. They don't participate in these global blacklistings. So they're not going to prevent anything. Right. They're just saying that to they just want to lock and not listen to the FCC and their agreement. It's kind of it's kind of frustrating in my opinion because why make these amendments and not follow through?
true.
Ooh, Robert says I dated a corporate lawyer. Joyless, man. That must have sucked. All right.
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah. I don't know. That would be hard in my
I mean,
estimation. I bet you.
how do you even like dump that person? Like, I don't know, man. That's just a trap. Why would
Have
you
you
do that
ever
to
have
yourself?
you ever tried to win an argument with a woman?
Me? All the time, man.
Have you
All the
ever won?
time. Nah, bro. Nah,
so
I think
so
that's just life. That's nature. The only way you can actually win is if you just get up and leave.
now imagine dating a lawyer, right? That would be crazy. Never win anything. Marco says, "Do Verizon's iPhones unlock automatically, or do you have to request it?" From what I understand, they unlock automatically. Uh, but I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to just ask them to do it. Maybe you can convince them to do it early.
I know there's some people buying that Moto Z4. It was like what, like for like $5 a month or something, and you're just paying it off.
hmm
But that phone it was locked for about 60 days. You gotta stay with them or something like that.
Yeah, two
And
months
on
of
top of
service, and
yeah, yeah. But on top of that, for Android phones, I think Verizon locks the bootloader. So it's very complicated with Android phones, but for iPhones, it's like a different story, I guess.
yeah, with iPhones, you can't unlock anything.
No, no, and there's
Uh,
no bloatware too. That's a
yeah,
good point.
I always like that about Apple, the fact that they have the power to tell carriers you're not putting anything on our devices.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I think the Pixel is actually doing the same thing too, right?
if you put in a Verizon SIM in a Pixel, it'll
Yeah.
automatically download the Verizon app.
Oh crap.
So it's I wouldn't call that bloatware. I would call it SIM partitioning.
Uh,
Like I've done it. Like I put my Verizon SIM right into my Google Pixel 3a XL, which I bought unlocked from Google, and it automatically asked me if I wanted to download my Verizon mobile. I said no, I didn't need it, but but see, that's in the SIM card. That's not, it's in the programming. That's not part of like the phone itself. Um,
right.
one thing I didn't like about Galaxy devices, man. I
What the
just,
bloatware?
oh my god, man, the phones are beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I mean, what's more attractive than the Galaxy design? A Note, an S10, like they're beautiful. Uh, the software's gotten better, but like the double of everything, right? Like two email clients, two of everything from like you get the Google version, you get Bixby and Google Assistant. It's just too much.
I think it's more of a pride thing with Samsung because they've been resilient on not, conforming to stock Android, even though everyone has been like bugging them to just change up their operating system and stuff. I mean, Samsung One UI, it's a good step in the right direction, but it's still not as fast as like the OnePlus or stuff like that,
I have
or even the
a
iPhone.
Yeah, I agree. I have a OnePlus 6T and that thing, man, for a phone that's a year old, whew,
Yeah.
that thing flies, bro.
Okay.
It's butter. It goes through those apps. I think I have an 8 gig RAM variant. It's by far the fastest phone I've ever had, and I've had Google phones every year since the Nexus 5.
Wow.
So I've always done the Nexus and Google phones. And seriously, the OnePlus devices are the fastest Androids you can get. And when I mean fast, I'm talking fluidity through the UI, opening and closing apps, RAM management. The cameras have gotten better, but it's always been about the software experience with the OnePlus. Oxygen
Right.
OS,
Right.
you get this awesome speeds. Like your experiences with those devices?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, someone actually said the OnePlus 7 Pro is the iOS for Android. Like it's so damn good when it comes to, not having to deal with lag, the fluidity, the ease of use, and the fingerprint sensor and everything. It works pretty damn good.
I like the on-display fingerprint scanner was pretty cool. Now, the OnePlus 6T is the first gen of it, right?
Yeah, so that I remember having a little issues with that one. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
that fast or accurate, but for this one, it's like almost automatic every single time. Even
Yeah.
better than the Galaxy Note 10's fingerprint sensor.
See, that's the thing. Early adopters, like we got to go through the growing pains of all of that stuff. What's up, Unlock Custom Droid? My boy Ronaldo's in the house. Good to have you on. Ricky Florida Keys is here. Good to have you on. Tito says, "Hey, what's up? How long did you say your phone has to be locked to the Verizon network before they'll unlock?" I'm here in 60 days. Can you confirm that, Altered Tech?
Oh, that's what I actually said just now. Yeah, it was 60 days for the Moto Z4. They were talking about it.
It's a nice phone, actually. Frankie, did you buy the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G? Let me know in the live chat. Let me know if you got that phone. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Looks like a really, really nice device. And you know what? The thing about that Altered Tech is that little 5G thing there. There's only like
Yeah,
9 markets that have 5G for Sprint, and that's a Sprint only device.
I
And the
actually saw that
reason
too.
and
Yeah,
the only
like
reason why it's
Houston.
Sprint only is because that is a Chinese phone through and through, and they use mid-band 5G, and Sprint's the only company with mid-band 5G right now.
Wow.
Brian's a fan
Wait.
of the Samsung. Go ahead, Alter Tech. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, for T-Mobile, they're focusing on, what was it, the 900 megahertz? Well, 1800 megahertz?
So band
Band 71,
71,
right? Band
band
71.
71 is their low band frequency. They're at 600 megahertz, and the reason they're going that way is because it has better range.
Okay.
So T-Mobile's looking at like let's get more people covered by this low band 5G spectrum, and it'll be more useful in that it's getting to more people. Verizon's doing millimeter wave, which is very high frequencies, which means it only works on certain blocks and corners of streets. Like Verizon's going to have to literally put like 1 million small cells across the US to cover it in 5G. If you use like a
Interesting.
combination of low and mid band, you won't have to do all of that because it propagates better. It just has better range.
Okay.
What's up,
And
Brian?
yeah, I think you said AT&T is in the best situation for this whole 5G.
They got it all, man. They have a little bit of everything.
Uh,
What's up, Ciova? Good to have you on, brother. All right, you're getting a OnePlus 7 Pro. When's the T coming out? Alter
it's going to
Tech,
be
you got any?
unveiled on it's going to be unveiled on Tuesday, and it should come into markets sometime in October.
Is it true that it's going to be on Verizon? I heard rumor of this.
Oh yeah, the rumor is that the OnePlus 7 T Pro is going to be exclusive to Verizon. Um, but can't say anything for sure right now. We have to wait till Tuesday.
What do you think for a price, man?
The price for the OnePlus 7T Pro. Um, that's a good question. I would assume it's not going to go above 700. There's no need to put it over 700 because it's basically they're recycling the 7 Pro into the 7T with just a few minor adjustments, I believe.
But see, the 7 Pro is going to have the same processor, right?
Yeah, that's what the leaks say.
So what are they going to do? Are they going to upgrade the display? Are they going to
Um,
upgrade
no,
cameras? You know,
um, what was the upgrade again? I think it was maybe just faster charging, a bigger battery.
come on,
Nothing
man.
too crazy.
So if somebody's in a OnePlus 5T, you could say, well, maybe that's worth an upgrade. But for somebody who's on a OnePlus 6T, no way.
Oh, if you're gonna get from the 6T to the 7T, heck yeah, that's a big upgrade because you get the three cameras, the 90 hertz display. I think it's a bigger battery. That's a big upgrade. But if you're going to go from the OnePlus 7 Pro to the OnePlus 7T Pro, it doesn't look like a big upgrade. But I'm happy because I spent a lot of money on this phone, and to see something that's better just 6 months from now tells me that I didn't try hard enough on that device.
Yeah, I've
So
heard a lot of people say that about OnePlus. They're frustrated with the upgrade cycle or the update cycle. It's like as soon as you buy one, the other one is coming out in like a week. So you never really feel like you're at the top of the food chain, you know?
I actually spoke to the CEO about this, and I think he said, if our phones, damn, what was the quote he said? I forgot. When he comes back to me, I'll give it to you.
Yeah. October 15th, what is that, the Pixel date?
Um, yeah, I think so.
I hear some people are excited about that device. I'm not.
Why
I
not?
know the Pixels because I look. I know the Pixels cameras are going to be good. I've been rocking Pixels since the OG. I've been rocking Nexus devices, back to 2013 and 12. I know what they're for, right? The thing I don't like about what Google does is they made fun of Apple when they got rid of the headphone jack. The following
Yeah,
year, they got rid of the headphone jack. So to me, Google is a follower when in fact they could lead. Bro, everybody has to follow Google. Google is it's Mother Google, bro. They're the makers of Android. Like they could do whatever they want. They could be the Apple of Android, right? Google. But they choose not to. They choose to follow market trends that are bad, like the notch in the OnePlus or the Google Pixel 3 XL.
yeah.
That was completely unnecessary. Like you could have had a top bezel, remove the bottom bezel. Why didn't they do that? Right? They didn't put a bottom firing speaker, so why didn't you just do that? And their design
Y-
choice, like they made it look, like I look, man, I feel like they could do more. They could bust up trends, they could create their own, and they just don't because they want to play it safe and follow Apple. It's frustrating, bro.
You think that's what it is? They're just
Yeah.
trying to play it safe.
Yeah, and they're just following the market trend that Apple sets. And honestly, I don't like what Apple does when it comes to market trends. Notches are ugly.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, last year when they said that they didn't sell that much Pixel 3s, it was very hard for me to feel sorry for them because you guys have so much, so much, intelligent people around you, so much, power to actually make something, magnificent, and you put out the Pixel 3. It was just, like a kind of like a recycled Pixel 2 in a way with a big notch. It just didn't make much sense.
Well,
So,
and there's another thing. The 3 wasn't as ugly as the 3XL. Like the 3 didn't have a notch. The
oh,
3XL had
true,
a
true.
notch.
I actually had
How
the
does
tree, man. It was a nice phone,
But I'm
nice
saying
display,
why
everything.
why make it different? Like
All I
Apple
have, bro, all I have is conspiracy theories on this, man. And you want me to get started on that? That's
I
that's the
do.
only thing I
I
have.
I do I want to hear it because I want to talk about this on my channel, but I need somebody who's seeing it my way.
Bro, my theories are just ridiculous because my thing is like Apple has something against the Android community or something. I mean, they have so much power or something, like so much influence. I mean, think about it. OnePlus CEO, he posted a poll. He said, "Do you guys want the headphone jack?" Nearly everyone said, keep the headphone jack. And then he takes it out on the next model. It was like it,
So
it
why
didn't
did he
make any
ask?
sense.
So why ask?
Exactly. I felt like he had no say in it. Like he just had to do it. Like it was just maybe there's hints they're trying to give us that they're being like, they got their arm twisted with Apple. I mean, look at Huawei. Huawei was about to, just take the US market by storm, and then look what happens, bro. It's
That was
conspiracy, man.
that's well, I wouldn't call that a conspiracy. I would call that a political move.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say it's conspiracy because nobody's going to come out and say it and tell you the truth. But it's
I
to
mean, there's
me,
no evidence out in the public stating that, we're going to ban them because we have this facts on them. And then it's just like, I don't know.
yeah, I'm with you there, bro. I'm very frustrated. One of the things I hate is the loss of the headphone jack. I'm already over removable batteries. Like it took me a couple of years, but I got over it. But as a creator, as a person who plugs in an external mic, as a person who hates USB-C audio because it sucks, bro, USB-C audio is bad. The quality's not there. I had a OnePlus 6T, I told you, right? I gave it to my dad. He loves it. He's not a creator, though. So it not having a headphone jack doesn't matter. My dad doesn't use headphones. My dad's 60. You know what I'm saying? My dad just puts the speakers on as loud as he can, like externally. Uh, Losing the headphone jack, like I traded in my Google Pixel 2 XL. How that was an $800 phone, wasn't it?
The Pixel what 3?
The Pixel 2 XL.
If it was an $800 phone,
Wasn't it 800 when it was new?
yeah, it was pretty high.
Okay. I got rid of that and got a Pixel 3 AXL because it's better to me.
It is better.
Because it has a headphone jack and it has a
Oh,
bigger battery. So what does a YouTube creator want in his life? In terms of bro, I do everything on my channel from mobile. I do
yeah.
nothing except this live stream. I use a laptop and a webcam. That's it. Everything else is mobile. I render video on my phone. I edit video on my phone. I record everything. Like everything is done there. I upload to YouTube, everything. The 2XL was
So
a pain in my backside because I had to use a USB-C adapter and the sound quality was not good. The minute I
mm,
went to the 3AXL, I was going 3mm and the quality on my audio got better. Plugging in external mics, no dongle, everything was cool.
and how's your V50? I heard that's like one of the best phones for content creation.
Bro, the wide angle selfie camera is crazy.
I didn't even know it had that. Oh wow.
Bro, the wide angle, like it's got two options that are kind of like on the side of the display once you launch the selfie camera.
Yeah.
It's two yellow icons. One has one person, the other has two. So the two makes it wide angle as if you're taking a selfie with like several people. Bro, it's
Wait,
phenomenal, bro.
it has a dedicated wide angle lens on the front.
Yes, yes.
So there's 5 cameras on it.
It is 5 cameras, 3 on the back, 2 on
Oh.
the front.
uh,
Bro, like to a content creator, LG's doing good things. The quad DAC, that high quality DAC, the digital audio converter, is
Yeah, it sounds
phenomenal.
amazing. Yeah.
And the camera technology, in my opinion, it's actually better than the Google Pixel because the Google
Yeah.
Pixel does a lot software based. This is a hardware machine,
True.
bro. This is like a hardware beast. If you could take and port in pure Android and an LG V50 ThinQ, it's the ultimate device and nothing's even close.
Right. Right. Yo, I mean, think about it. The DAC on that was so great that I took that free headphones from my Galaxy, was it the S10, whatever, plugged it in, bro. It made that headphone sound amazing. It was just crazy. It's like, it's pretty impressive as to what a DAC could actually do for your audio experience.
It hits you with quality, it hits you with amplification.
Power. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, it's really nice. What's up, Tyler? Good to have you on. Frankie says I miss the removable battery. I do too, man.
I thought it was
I
kind
do
of
too.
annoying, man. I mean, having to swap it out and then, try to like take your fingernails and like pop it open and stuff. That was
I
annoying,
s-
man.
I'll tell you what, bro. It was nice being able to reach into my little pocket on my
Yeah.
jeans and whip out a battery, though. That
And
was
flip
pretty
it.
sweet. Yeah, it was nice, man. I used to buy do
Wait,
you
which phone
remember
did you
the
use though?
so I'm talking like the original droids, the OG droids, the Motorola's.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, because like you were probably like, well, how old are you if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in my late 20s, bro.
You're in your late 20s? Okay, so you might remember the original droids. They were metal and they had metal doors to open up to get to the
Yeah.
battery. Okay. So I had that and
All
I
you have to
would
do is just push it out, right?
yeah,
Like it
yeah.
slides out. Oh, okay,
hmm
okay.
So I would have something like this, like it would be like a charging dock. So you could dock your phone and it would charge your phone. And then there was a separate little compartment to where you could put in a second battery. So you would charge your phone and your secondary battery simultaneously. So I
Mm.
would just charge them both overnight and I would be good for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, I got you.
Right. So on Monday I would charge, on Wednesday I would charge, on Friday I would charge, on Sunday I would charge, and I would have like the fresh battery all the time. And then as soon as one of the batteries started to degrade, I'd order a new one for $20 on eBay. It was really nice, man.
So they took that out because they wanted the phones to be waterproof or something like that.
The S5 was waterproof and it had
Yeah,
a removable
yeah,
battery.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I find it
Some
hard to
excuse they
believe.
came out with.
I find it hard to believe that they couldn't do it. It makes the phones a little bit skinnier because it's less modular.
Okay.
I think that's more probably the reason in the design and the engineering because the
Speaking
S.
of mods, I think the Moto mods had something going on good too, man. With the battery mods and whatnot. I still have mine right now. I can't get rid of it because no one wants to buy it.
What do you got, man?
I have a whole box full of mods right now, bro.
Let's see. Let's see the mods you got. You got you probably have the battery, you probably got the case.
I got the camera mod right over here. Let's get this.
Oh, that's the Hasselblad one.
Yeah, the JBL speakers, style mod, the projector mod, and I got the battery mod on this one right now. I think those are the main ones right now. And I got the Moto gamepad mod too.
Wow, you really bulked up. Now, each of those mods set you back a couple hundred, didn't it?
Right, right. I mean, I thought the resale value was going to go up, but it actually went down. So I'm stuck with these. It is what it is.
So those can be slapped on any moto between like the Z original Z to the Z3, right?
Right. They're all compatible with all of them, yeah.
So how the heck does it have no value if it's compatible with so many models?
I mean, you could buy it on eBay for cheap. I mean, Motorola, I guess they're still manufacturing it. And I don't know, there's some suppliers out there just selling it, trying to get rid of it. Even in China, they're still manufacturing it. You get it from maybe like AliExpress or something for like $40. It's crazy.
Why don't you just put them
Because
on eBay, man, and get what you can?
because I don't think it's worth it, man. All this, I thought I was gonna get at least $500 for all this, and I'll be lucky to get about 200, to be honest.
Get the 200, man, and just put it towards your next device.
Bro, this is a projector. It's like a 70-inch TV
But
on
you're
your
not using it.
ceiling.
But you're not using it.
Yeah, but what if my TV breaks, man? At least I have these, man. I don't know, man. I
That's
just
true. That's true. You're right.
maybe if I hold on to it, maybe in the far future, it might, get back in popularity. But I don't know, man.
What piece of tech did you know that increased in value 5 years later?
I mean, there could be some. Maybe I could take it to like some pawn shop or something. You never know, man.
I'm just trying to give you the perspective. You know what I mean?
Bro, I used to be a huge Motorola fan when
Me
I
too.
first started out. All I did was make Motorola videos, and my channel went nowhere. No one really cared about Motorola anymore ever since Lenovo bought them over.
Yeah, they.
I mean,
So the best phones that Motorola ever made, in my opinion, was the Motorola Droid Turbo. It had like the ballistic nylon back.
right.
Do you remember that it was a Verizon exclusive? I think AT&T had it too, maybe.
Wait, the Turbo? There's two versions of that, right? There was the
Oh no,
first
no,
one and the
not the
second.
Droid Turbo. Man, what was the one after the Turbo? Bro, it was yeah, it had like the
The
ballistic
Turbo
nylon
had the
backing.
ballistic. Yeah, that was the
Yes, yes.
Turbo. Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
that was an amazing phone. It had I think it had the 805 processor, maybe the 810. That thing was a
yeah.
beast.
It came in red and black, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's it, man. I was
4,000
supposed to
milliamp
get that
hour
one.
battery, bro. Like that
For
thing
some
went
reason,
for
that
2
phone didn't
days.
get much noise.
It was a Verizon exclusive, man. Not everybody
That's
has
why.
Verizon.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
heard the
if they were
camera was
selling it
pretty good, right?
unlocked, what's
It
that?
had like had a good camera, like a 20-something megapixel camera.
It was good, but
I
the
think.
software for the camera wasn't great. If you could have put the Gcam
Uh,
on it, it would have been awesome.
I got you.
So, like, zooming and autofocus, all that stuff took some work to get good shots, but it did take good shots. I took
Yeah,
it
for
with me
some
on my
reason,
honeymoon and took some good photos, actually.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
for some reason, Motorola was never good at cameras. It took them a while to actually get, on average, on par with everyone else.
Guess
I
when they
think
got good at cameras?
when
When Google bought them.
you think so?
Yeah. 2013, their cameras started to improve. Then 14, they're a
Oh,
little
it
bit
was
better.
worse. It was worse than that.
Oh my God. Bro, Motorola cameras were like potatoes.
Oh
Every
man.
single year. It was so bad. And then they started getting better in like 2013 with like, and then like the Moto X Pure was decent. And then the Moto Z was a little bit better. And then the Z2, it got better each generation. Even now, you could take decent shots with a Moto G7, which is a complete mid ranger, almost like
True.
a budget phone. They're okay. I mean, if you could port or side load Gcam, I bet you it's serviceable.
I remember when yeah, the Google Cam was available on the Google Play Store, and you could see like it was getting better and better, with, especially with the HDR feature. And then when Google realized they had something up their sleeve, they just pulled it out and started, fixing it in the background. And then when the Pixel came out, like voila, everything went onto that phone.
So I wish I would have had a channel back then. I didn't.
Uh,
In 2013, Google purchased a camera team, a specific dedicated camera team that didn't do anything. They didn't make any products for 2 years. It was all research and development. They
wow,
put something into action in 2015, the LG Nexus 5X and the Nexus 6P from Huawei. Those were the first two devices to have Google created software and hardware from it was Sony sensors, but the software was all Google. Those are the first two phones with Google dedicated camera software, and those were the first good cameras from Google. And then in 16 with the OG Pixels, and then in 17 with the Pixel 2, and then it's a dedicated team just for cameras
right.
because everybody said the same thing about Google phones, Nexus phones. These cameras are awful. Bro, the Nexus 4 and Nexus 5 had the worst cameras. They were so bad. You couldn't tell who was in the photo, who you took a picture of.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I still think that the Nexus 6P could still, take on some of these flagship devices in daylight. I mean, it was that damn good. I'm not exactly sure if it was the sensor, but the
what do you
HDR on
got?
this is really damn good, man.
So that device, the Nexus 6P, it was kind of ahead of its time, man.
It is.
It was kind of ahead of its time, and I think it got some negative press when Jerry rig everything,
Yeah, he just
Zach, when he
smashed it.
busted it up.
Yeah,
and then and then it got hot because the 810. The 810 was fast, but it got hot.
bro. 2015, 2019. That's
Here's the other
crazy,
one.
man.
Here's the other one that came out with that one. That's the
Oh,
same
you got the
camera,
white
by the way.
one?
Yeah, this is
Nice.
the Panda Nexus 5X. I still use it, bro. It's nice.
I had a friend who had one of those, but it had like the boot loop of death. That was a common
Oh,
problem for both of them.
you just got to reinstall the software, bro, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
I
no,
mean,
no,
that's
no.
what I.
Some of them it was just bricked forever, man.
Oh,
There's a lawsuit on that.
so you can get paid off of it.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you only get like a piece of the pie because everyone, went in for the It's only a certain amount of money you can actually get.
Give me
My
one
Moto X
second. I'll
camera
take
was
that. One
terrible
second.
last
One
time I
second.
bought Android, especially when Motorola bought the phone division. Which Moto X camera did you have? It was the first gen. I know the first Moto X. It kind of sucked in
Trash.
low light.
The camera
Yeah,
was bad, bro.
I still remember MKBHD's review on that when he took like a night shot and you could barely see anything.
It's crazy because actually the first Moto X was like the first like really nice operating phone that like had good software, good UI, good experience. It was smaller. It wasn't some huge clunker phone. Like the Note device was huge at the time.
Yeah,
Uh, it was nice, but it had a crummy, like terrible camera, and the battery life was bad.
yeah, because it had that
What's up,
chip.
Techman? Oh, which one?
Techno. Oh, the no, because the first gen Moto X had that chip inside that I was always listening to your voice for that. Was it Hello Moto? It was some kind of command. It was to activate it while you're not touching the phone. Like you could just be standing there and be like,
Oh yeah, it had those the Moto Suite, the features and stuff.
yeah, the Moto voice, like, hey Moto, and it just beep, and you just command it, play this song or something like that.
Yeah,
But
it was very feature rich.
yeah,
The Moto Milestone XT was better. I'm not familiar with that one. I know the Moto X. Android cameras have come a long way. I would say that from the top level cameras, like if you take the top 3 Androids, we'll say
All
the
right,
One Plus.
what would you consider the top 3 cameras in Androids?
Pick your newest Galaxy, S10, Note 10, whatever. Right, pick one of those. Um, the Google phone, and the One Plus.
Oh yeah, you
I,
think it's
I
that good?
well, okay, I'll put the LG there instead of the OnePlus. I'll
Okay,
because LG deserves respect, because they do have manual modes. The camera hardware is excellent. I don't know. Maybe if I got used to the LG more, maybe I would be putting it like second. But
okay.
I don't know, man. I can't say the Google phone does video that great. The
No, it
stabilization is
doesn't.
pretty good, but like it's the software for photos works better than it does for videos.
Right. But I think all these cameras they have their weaknesses and strengths. So there's not one phone that's gonna like triumph all of them. So it's basically what you want and what you need.
I do like what Google does for its still pictures.
The
I
HDR
I
and
mean
everything,
it's
portrait
nice,
mode.
man.
The
Yeah,
portrait
yeah.
mode is just wicked, man.
It's crazy. And they did it with one lens for the first 2 years, right? They did it with the original Pixel and they did it with the Pixel 2 with one camera, right?
Right.
And software trickery, it's like magic. They did really good with that. While the other manufacturers did it with 2 cameras and 3 cameras. So I was always
Yeah.
impressed by that, you know. Um iPhone, it does good. It always does everything good, but it's never, in my opinion, done anything great with camera. Even when, like, say my wife had a. Do you need this? Where's my cable? Uh, I've
Oh, you're
never
talking
been
about
in.
the Xperia.
Oh, I hear that thing's got a great camera.
Which one? The Xperia one?
The most recent one. What is it?
Yeah, it's the one with the 4K display, right? It's
They
on,
got some cool features, man.
bro. It's on sale in Best Buy for 249 for Verizon customers. It was 900 bucks, bro. And today, if you sign up, it's 249 for the purple. For the black one,
What?
it's 300. Yeah,
Hold on a second. That's on Best Buy.
yeah. I was
Hold
gonna
on a
buy it today,
second.
but I was like, is it
I
worth
can
it?
sh- I can share the screen, bro. Hold on. Hang with me, okay?
All right.
All right. I think this is. Is this how I want to do this? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this. All right. I don't know if this is working. Okay, there we
Yeah, you
go.
can see it.
All right. So I'm going to go to bestbuy.com. You think it'll be there?
Hell yeah. Let me just double check. Unless it's like sold out. I don't think it's sold out.
Let's see. I don't know if this.
Best Buy Sony Xperia 1.
All right. So they're pushing the iPhone 11 Pro. That's like the first thing that's on there. All right. All right. I want to give my email. Here's some deals. I got to go get a TV, by the way. All right. So we've got the latest cell phone deal. Should I start there?
Yeah.
It's like a special
It
offer.
was, I'm not sure if you use slickdeals.com. Oh, wait, it's on my phone. Let me see if you guys can see this.
Because that's an
Uh,
incredible deal for a flagship device like that.
the purple one is 249. Let me see the black one if it's available.
All right, so
Damn it.
they're pushing the Galaxies. I'm seeing Google phones.
All right, so I got bad news. The black one went back up to 849, but
No,
the purple one is 249.
I didn't even know, but it has to be activated through Verizon.
Yeah,
That's an incredible deal, man. Wow, a,
I
a
think I should have
thousand
got
dollar
it, man.
phone, man. Well, you'd be stuck on Verizon for 2 years, so you're at
Nah, I
the
think you could I think it's 249 and you could pay it off.
no, bro. They keep you on for 2 years. They're going to be giving you that deal on bill credits. You get what
Oh,
I'm
you're
saying?
right. And it's gonna be locked too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good thing I didn't
So
touch it.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is you have to like consider that. I always tell people if you're a carrier mover, then I always recommend buying unlocked. You know, do you want me to? Let's do this. This. Still trying to learn these features, bro, on this software. All right. So anyway, that would have been a good deal, but only if you were happy staying with Verizon for sure.
Wait, were you gonna get it if it was available?
I mean, I'm not I'm not leaving Verizon postpaid. They're number one in my market, man. They have the best coverage here. I've been with them since my original company, Altel, got bought
Okay.
out and consumed by Verizon back in like 1999.
Oh, snap.
So I was in high school when Verizon bought out Altel, and you just like get grandfathered in. So all of a sudden your bill is from Verizon and not Altel. You're like, oh, well, what the hell is this? I
Uh,
guess I'm a Verizon customer now. And your bill stays the same until you want to upgrade your phone. Then they're like, okay, we're moving you off your old plan onto a new, more expensive plan. That's the way they work.
Hmm.
It really, really sucked. My bill went from like $50 unlimited to like $70 unlimited.
wow.
And that was what 2005, 2006 when we started getting data phones. It was like you're paying by the gig, and then they did unlimited, and then they got rid of unlimited and put you back in data buckets, and stuff got expensive again. Sucked. They pulled us off of those old unlimited plans because they were amazing, and they wanted people to pay more.
That was after flip phones, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're talking
Okay.
like right after Blackberries, like when Blackberries started to fade and
Yeah.
Android started getting traction, and the iPhone left AT&T as an exclusive. So like the
Hmm.
4S kind of era. Man,
I'm still trying to.
I've been neglecting the live chat. I'm usually heavy in the live chat, Alter Tech.
I'm still trying to see if I get that black Xperia.
That's a good reason to switch to T-Mobile over a company like
Bro,
Sprint. What's wrong?
huh?
What's wrong? You're still trying to get that
Oh,
deal?
yeah, man. That black color.
Hey, if you're cool with paying the Verizon tax, an expensive bill, because Verizon is a more premium,
Nah,
a price tag, than others.
true. But I gotta prepare for that OnePlus 7T. I mean, maybe they might have something for me. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to save up. And the Pixel 4 is coming out too.
Wait, so you're going to be reviewing those devices?
I'm thinking about it.
All
Depending
right.
on how
Well,
good the Pixel 4 camera is, because I'm a camera person. I want to see how good is it against the
why don't
OnePlus
you do
7
like all
Pro.
these YouTubers, bro, and just
Get
buy
everything?
it, just get the phone, use it for a week, review it, and then return it and pay the restocking fee. Bro, I'm not joking. People are doing that. They'll pay the
Wait,
$35
camera? I
restocking
mean,
fee. They'll do the review. I'm telling you. If you notice, nobody does a long-term review. There's like two guys that do long-term reviews. Juan Carlos Bagnell, some gadget guy. Big shout out to him. I love his content. And the other person is man, what's the other channel, man? There's really only two guys that do long-term reviews. They use a phone literally for like a week. They're done with their review. I'm telling you, they return them. They pay a
the,
$35, $50 restocking fee, and then they don't want to buy it. Seriously.
hmm.
Bro, don't believe any of these YouTubers and what they're doing. I don't believe any of it. What you see and what goes on behind the camera, something totally different.
Yeah, but the problem is, I know, like, once you get the phone, like on launch day, over time, they get software updates and they get better over time, like with the OnePlus
Yes.
7 Pro.
Yes.
So if I'm gonna get the Pixel, I might use it long term, bro. I don't know. I like to keep at least three flagships on me.
Bro, a review cannot be done on a device in less than a year.
That's true.
You have to see if the battery life holds up, if the
Yeah,
cameras
but
hold up, if the
okay.
operating system holds up.
So let's say
That's
I
a
wait a year. Let's say I wait a year. I make the review. I post it up. With the YouTube algorithm, my video is gonna be like on page number 50 or something. You're never gonna see it. The guy who posted it the day after it was released, he's gonna be number one.
so
That's just the
who's
way it is.
so who's the problem?
I think
You're
the
not the
algorithm is a
problem.
problem.
The
The
algorithm's the
algorithm.
problem. right?
But
I'm not going to
yeah,
be no slave to the algorithm. To heck with that stuff, bro. Look, if I'm doing a review on a device, the review cannot be done in a week. And you could say you reviewed a device. Bro, there's going to be updates. You just told me the OnePlus got better with a camera update. They
yeah, but
update
these
their
guys
phone
are
every month.
yeah,
To hell with those guys, bro. You may become a niche YouTuber, but your subscribers will expect it. You get
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
they
You'll
can't
be
find me. They can't find me with the algorithms, bro. My channel launched because my video I posted, it was #1 on the search results for the Android 10 update. That's how my challenge started taking off. It's
Let me ask
all
you
for
something,
the
bro.
yeah.
Let me ask you something. Are you enjoying your time on YouTube as a creator?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Is the algorithm the reason you don't like YouTube? When you're mad at YouTube, is it
I
because of the
think
algorithm?
I think that's a big part of it, but now I'm trying to understand it, so I have to try to cater to the algorithm.
I don't know. I've struggled with this and I've wrestled it. And what I can tell you is I'm happiest when I'm making my content. Some videos hit, some don't, but I just keep making content. And because I'm not going to be a slave to the algorithm, what ends up happening is I make what I want and I ask my viewers what they want and they reward me with the views. I may not get 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 100,000 views on a video, but if I'm operating for something that I don't understand, bro, nobody understands the algorithm. Nobody knows the algorithm. Anybody who says they know it is lying. It's artificial intelligence. So what do they know? They think they know. We think the algorithm is looking for this. We think the algorithm is going to put this into people's recommends. There's no there's no fact. They just assume. Like, yeah, we get it. iPhone 11 drops. It's going to be heavy in the algorithm. But
Yeah,
you're
but
just one
there's
of
too many.
you're just one of 7,000 people.
Yeah, that's the problem, man.
So instead, you told me that your lane that you're carving is helping your channel grow. Feed the lane.
Yeah, that's with the OnePlus videos.
Feed the lane, bro.
Yeah,
Seriously. And you'll be the guy. You'll be the OnePlus guy.
that's when I wake up, that's how I feel. I feel like the OnePlus guy. That's what it's coming to be like. So
Would you rather be a
at least
guy
I
who's known
found
for
my
nothing?
identity.
Yeah.
No, no. See, now I'm finding my identity, and that's with OnePlus. So, and I have close relationships with OnePlus as well. So they're right in New York City. I get to go to the events and stuff. I host. I didn't really host it. I was like a security guard for the phones and stuff at the keynote event.
Oh, cool, man.
Um, things like that. So yeah,
That's pretty awesome. What I will say about um, my lane is I took networks and I studied them. I read everything I could about them. And I want to understand it to the point where it's a science, but sometimes I have to like consolidate it to an understandable form so that everybody can understand it because not everybody is coming into my channel with the same level of understanding. So when I get new subscribers, there's things that I might say that they don't understand. Like if I say band 71 to somebody, they probably think I'm talking about some rock band, right? But to somebody who's been following my channel for a year, they know band 71. That's a T-Mobile band. It's their 600 megahertz. Da 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 da. But I
yo, you know
always
what you
have
should
to
do?
what?
You should make a video on whether or not is 5G dangerous. The dangers of 5G. That's a pretty interesting thing.
So I have all the answers to that.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is when I make a video like that, so I get my subscribers that watch it, and then I get the haters who hate 5G, who
Oh,
start putting on the tinfoil hats, bro.
the
The
trolls and stuff.
they're like, you want to kill us all? We're all gonna oxidize and
Oh,
die. We're all gonna get blown to
I got you.
smithereens. We're gonna disintegrate. We're gonna become soil and rocks. And like, I don't want to deal with that, bro.
Yeah, I saw some conspiracy theories on that too, man. It was kind of crazy, but yeah,
All right, let's
that's
get to
something you
the
don't want
live
to get
chat.
into.
Let's get to the live chat. I will tell you what, Alter Tech, you could tell me what you think about this. What do you see more of? the dangers of 5G or the amazing potential that 5G has? What pops up more to you? What do you see more on YouTube?
Bro, honestly, I can't. I have no idea what 5G is going to bring. I have no idea how it's going to change our lives. I just know it's going to make a big impact on everyone's lives when it does arrive.
Yeah, yeah, I think it will. Everything is that's going to be connected to IoT, the Internet of Things,
Yeah,
autonomous vehicles. There's applications for enterprise. Um, all types of monitors will be connected to 5G because the latency is going to be really low. If you ever do a speed test on your phone, you'll see a download speed and upload speed, and then you'll see latency. That's
right.
instantaneous connectivity. How fast can you connect to the network to send and retrieve data? And 5G has the potential to get like 2 milliseconds.
No way,
Right.
bro.
So
That's
like
crazy.
so
Wow.
think about it, like you're seeing 20 milliseconds now, 30, and that's good. So decrease that by like all the way down to like 1 or 2 milliseconds. It's instantaneous.
Yo, bro, I actually get like around like 70 milliseconds right now at where I'm at. So two
So
milliseconds, 2 milliseconds is like instantaneous.
yeah. T-Mobile has a band. See what I'm saying? Zen Pyro in the house. Please scroll up and answer my questions. Calm down, Paul. Calm down. This is the SMT, man. I'm here with Altered Tech. We do what we want. No danger in millimeter wave because the FCC has SAR rules, just like on iPhones. No emissions can go over 1.6. Yeah, but see, Ricky Florida Keys, you're preaching to the choir. I know that. All radiation from cell phones is non ionizing. I know that. But I can't explain that to people that come into 5G saying we're all going to die. They're automatically in their mind, they've already shut it out. 5G is bad. There's nothing I could say. Bro, I could hand them the science and say, read. If you don't believe me, read it. And they'll say, no, that's lies. They're trying to kill us. What am I supposed to say to that?
Yo, I don't know if this makes anyone feel better, but in physics class in college, my professor, he was just laughing at it. He says that with that frequency, it doesn't really do much damage to the human body, like the cells and everything.
Here's the
So,
bottom line, Alter Tech. Millimeter wave, while it is a very high frequency, the intensity of the waves decreases like even just 10 feet away from the tower, 20 feet, 30 feet. By the time it might come near you and your device, it's probably decreased in intensity 1,000-fold. So by the time it gets to you, like, how's it going to harm you? You would literally have to stand in front of a 5G node to like right in front of it to have any type of harmful effects to just your skin. It won't even get into your organs. People think it's going to like smoke their kidneys and their liver. It can't even penetrate skin. Bro, Verizon 5G right now, a raindrop prevents a signal from hitting your phone. Glass.
wow.
Seriously. So I don't know what these people are tripping about. Daniel says, yeah, 5G isn't dangerous at all. If it were the satellite TV companies, they would have been killing us all for decades. The 5G frequencies that we're going to be using for 5G, the spectrum, is being decommissioned from TV. So
Yeah.
has TV been killing us? The TV waves? These people are tripping, man. Frankie says baby monitors are more dangerous, and so are microwaves. Very true. Frequency intensities. People say I should get fixed. I think 5G will fix that. All right. Just so you know, Alter Tech, we got Pete B in the house. He's one of my contributors here. He joins me on the podcast sometimes. He's
Yeah, I
also a
think he was here
moderator and a
last week,
patron.
right? I think I saw him
Yeah,
last week on the live stream.
yeah. He's a good dude, man. He's been a big part of the channel and a big contributor. He says, what is the
Nice.
best reason to switch to T-Mobile over a company like Sprint? Most influential iOS version of all time. What's your opinion on the merger? Okay, so what I would say to Paul, the best reason to switch to T-Mobile over a company like Sprint is going to be coverage. T-Mobile's coverage is better than Sprint's. Speeds are also probably better on T-Mobile, depending on the market. There are some markets where Sprint's better, but the only way you know is if you try it. And honestly, I'm using T-Mobile now, and it's been fantastic. it's been really, really good. I'm pleasantly surprised actually, because the last time I used T-Mobile, it was bad, and they've really like they filled the holes, they filled the gaps in the network. I'm impressed. Ultratech, you've been using T-Mobile for a while. What would you say
Yeah,
about your
I mean,
experience?
the customer service is like second to none. Like these people are just like super friendly, and there's always someone available. It's just pretty crazy. And you have T-Mobile Tuesdays. I mean, all the free stuff you actually get, it's pretty incredible. So I don't know if you've been using T-Mobile Tuesday. I mean,
I just
I
became
think
a customer. I'm gonna try it next week, man. I'm gonna see what I can get.
yeah, next week I think you get a free Impossible burger from Burger King, something like that. Free
Eh,
taco, all that
taco
stuff.
sounds interesting. I'll do a taco. It's cool, man. It's nice to get stuff like that, bro. You feel
Yeah, you
appreciated,
got a
right?
yeah, you got a free umbrella, a free book bags, and a bunch of other stuff this year too. So it's pretty cool stuff.
As
I mean,
for the
actually,
most, oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, like when you wake up on a Tuesday, this is me, man. And then you just like, ah, shit, it's Tuesday, and then you're like, oh, T-Mobile Tuesday, and you just like run into the app and see what kind of like stuff you actually get.
That's
It's kind
pretty
of like
cool,
like
bro.
yeah, like a little mini Christmas, but it's cool.
It's like exciting, like, oh, I'm getting something for free today, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
or whatever. They'll do like a discounted, like you go to Shell and get yourself some gas or whatever.
yeah.
Uh, Also, he says most influential iOS version of all time. Uh, I don't know every single version of iOS, but what I will say is when iOS would it have been the iPhone. Which iOS came with the iPhone 7? I don't, because what they did was they added that like swipe up and you can get to your Wi-Fi and you can get to your flashlight. That was all new. So I think that would have
Oh,
been
the
what
command
iOS.
center.
Would that be iOS 10 or maybe 11? I don't know. It would have been that one. The one that came with the 7 that allowed you to swipe up to get to all of those controls, the mobile hotspot, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, all that was swipe from the bottom. I wish Android would be swipe from the bottom actually.
Yo, but with iOS 13, now you can actually change your Wi-Fi connection with that same menu and your Bluetooth connection.
That's
So
pretty nice. Yeah, that's a nice feature then.
yeah,
I like that. My opinion on the merger, I would say watch any of my 7,000 videos on the merger. I'm pro merger. I want to see T-Mobile get the opportunity to increase their market share, roll out national 5G, and be a legitimate competitor to Verizon and AT&T nationally. That's where I'm at. Do you think Sprint will try to find another seller if the merger falls through? I would say, yeah. If the merger fails with T-Mobile, they're going to just look for another buyer. Uh, Sprint wants no parts of wireless. They've been failing for years.
yo, someone said Sprint sucks, but for me, like it sucked so bad that everyone left, and as a result, like the data traffic is like so minimum that the speeds are actually good now. So
Yeah,
it's
they
kind
are
of
good.
funny.
There's my bro Ham. What up, Mo? WiMAX big in Russia? It ain't big here. Oh, iOS 8 did that. Okay, my bad. So yeah. So the big thing on my channel, Alter Tech, is the merger. Like we're in tune with it. I make every conscious effort to keep my audience up to date. Whenever there's a bit or piece of news, I update and then I offer my analysis. There's other people that update all types of news in the wireless space, right? But what I try to do is I try to offer my insight to try to distinguish myself from anybody else. In my opinion, I think I offer insight because I've been following the merger since day one. Like you can find my videos from April of 2018. I've been following this thing like a hawk. So I'm very close to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know everything about it. And I always call back to things that happened in the past. And I think that's what that insight is what, keeps my subscribers watching the videos on it. Being a master of something, right? We talked about how like you're the 1+7 guy, right?
Yeah.
Um, I guess I'd be like the network guy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Big
I
shout
guess
out
this is like
to
a niche
yeah.
for
Go ahead.
all of us, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that's valuable, man. You know, becoming a master of that. Big shout out to Ray's
I
Mobile
think,
Carrier News. Go ahead.
bro, I think YouTube appreciates information, and especially when you're unique in that information. I think that's when you start getting a lot more views and subscribers as well. I mean, I could try to like imitate MKBHD and stuff and do all the the phone unboxings and stuff, and that's probably not going to get me anywhere. But if I focus on OnePlus and start doing the small things, focusing on these little things, I might have a chance, at getting more and more subscribers.
Here's what I've really enjoyed about YouTube that I didn't know this was going to be the case. Like the collaborations, like what I'm doing with you. I did a collaboration with Tom Spark, VPN Reviews. He's the VPN Lord. Big shout out to Tom Spark, man. I like his channel. I did collaborations with JG. I've done collaborations with TK from Total Tech, everything100.com. He's a good dude, man. These are good people. The tech community on the small ones is really nice. The Easy from Easy Computer Solutions, he calls those other ones like MKBHD, he calls them tech gods. They don't talk to anybody, bro. Like you're just another comment to them. Like they ain't even looking. Which is why, again, like I kind of sought you out and I wanted to invite you onto the channel. I appreciate these types of interactions and collaborations because to me they're meaningful. We extend ourselves out to the community and you build relationships within the community, you know?
True. The thing about like MKBHD, I'm not going to speak for him, but he's more into the marketing side when I'm just an average person, just down to earth who could just relate to. And I don't have the obligation to just, talk good about Samsung or OnePlus because they're not giving me free phones. They're not giving me any contracts or anything like that. So everything I buy is with my own money. And, if a camera sucks, I'm gonna say it. If it's good, I'm gonna say it. So
You think they're honest?
I felt it's more commercialized now, if that makes sense.
I mean, when something gets commercialized, do we question the credibility?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there was a
yeah.
time where it just got so bad I just stopped watching. But I think now they kind of noticed it and they're trying to. Sometimes they try to connect with the small YouTubers. They'll make a small appearance or something, but it's basically commercialized, man.
But that's more politics than anything. That's not because they need it
I mean,
or
they're
want it.
getting a ton of money, bro. So that's their career right now. They're not gonna try to like give up a couple of G's just to appease the audience.
But see, I will say that they're not doing anything for me. I'm not watching their videos because
Yeah.
I'm looking for something different now. Back in like 2013 and 14, I was watching those videos. I don't watch them anymore. I'm
Well,
watching
I guess
guys like
we
Alter
should be
Tech.
thankful. I guess we should be thankful because now we have a space to create an audience, who actually want to see average people just talking about stuff, who they can relate to and stuff. So I guess that's
I
a
can
good thing.
appreciate that perspective, man. That's true. Like they kind of created the lane, right?
Bro, he's from Hoboken. That's like 20 minutes from my house, man. He's like he grew up in he went to Stevens Institute. That's like 20 minutes away. So and it was your average consumer.
Mm-hmm.
He's from New York, New Jersey. That's about 15 minutes away. So these guys they're just average people, and they just they found success in YouTube, and that's they got to that point.
All right. So for those of you just coming into the live chat, you're just coming into the podcast, go ahead and like this video. Got my boy Alter Tech here. He's hanging out. We've been talking. Uh, man, it's been about an hour and a half. By all means, Alter Tech, if you have something you need to do, do not feel like you have to stay on. You are more than welcome to stay on as long as you would like. The invitation is always open to you here on the SMT YouTube channel. But, I'm not trying to hold you hostage or anything. I'll be on here for probably another 30 minutes.
Oh,
But
3 minutes because no, it's
it's a
cool, man. I'm about to go to the gym like at 10 o'clock, anyways, but
okay.
that's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm saying don't feel like you're tethered to this podcast.
Oh, nah, man.
You come and
Nah,
go
having a
as you
good time
please.
actually.
Okay. It's good to have you, man. Thank you for being here again.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Let's see here. Thoughts on Verizon's double the data promo for prepaid? I like the added value. I'm glad to see they're doing that. I like it when the carriers become more competitive in prepaid because that's a segment of customers that either A can't afford to overpay for customer for service, like cellular service, or B they don't want to. They want to save the money and they want to get the value because a single line on postpaid typically is $70 or more. A typical line on prepaid, what are we talking? 40, 50, maybe $60 tops, right?
Yeah,
On
it's around
prepaid.
50 bucks on
So
average. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, what do we got here? Thanks, Pete. Good for the update. Looks like someone missed the like button. I understand accidents happen. I can grab a shirt if he leaves. My delegate is okay. So they're talking politics here. They're talking the state attorneys general involved in the lawsuit to block the merger. All right, so that's kind of big there. Uh, Trying to get in touch with my AG. So they got emails, Tyler. You can email any of your state representation and ask for a reply. Don't let your voice go unheard. Thoughts on Total Wireless? Hey, Ultra Tech, did you do a Total Wireless review?
Yeah, I did a 30-day review on that actually.
Hey, Rafi, if you have the opportunity, somehow, some way, can we get a link to the Total Wireless review from Altered Tech? If you can see if you can pull that, we'll get that in there for Marco. Maybe he could check it out. I watched it. I saw the review. Uh, you liked it. I remember you said
Yeah,
you liked the service. Go ahead and tell
the
us
the
about it.
data speeds were pretty good. Initially, the call quality it wasn't too good, but eventually it just worked itself out. I'm not exactly sure if there's some kind of connection, something needed to be adjusted, but everything was fine. It's just the activation process was a nightmare. If you're gonna do it online, I suggest you guys go ahead and do it over the phone. And if you guys need help from customer service, like I said, these companies they're trying to just cut costs any way possible, and sadly, the customer service is the one to suffer. So it is what it is. But for the data speeds, is actually the fastest I've ever had in my house. So
Well, so they're running on Verizon, right?
yeah,
And your area is strong in Verizon, so
yeah, that's the result. I think it's just too saturated on T-Mobile as well, so that could be a reason too.
I have heard that T-Mobile suffers from congestion issues in certain markets, and I think New York, New Jersey, kind of the far East Coast. I've heard the same about Philly. It's just a lot of customers on the network.
Oh yeah, on during rush hour, you will see a dip in performance when it comes to Total Wireless, but it's nothing too crazy. You could still get about 15 megabits per second, but compared to
Well,
the
what?
5 megabits from Cricket Wireless, which was
Oh
trash,
yeah, yeah.
that was just horrible, man.
Well, here's the thing: if you're uploading content, if you're downloading large files, speed becomes an issue. But if you're just watching 480p, 720p, 1080p video, 10, 15 megabits per second is fine.
Yeah,
The problem, like I said, it's going to be when you're trying to do some heavy lifting, right? You'll need a faster network.
right.
Hey,
And the
Frankie, go ahead and answer this question for me there, Alter Tech. Tell us about your room
oh,
there with all your lighting and stuff.
I was playing around with these Google Home lights. Hey Google, turn the lights red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing around with it and stuff, man. So I just went random on it.
I think what we'll do, Altered Tech, I think we'll just kind of answer questions and reply to statements that are in the live chat. That's usually what I do on the
Okay, let's
podcast.
go for it.
All right. So we got one from where'd it go? From Paul. He says, I lag no matter what. I'm going on Sprint. What are your experiences with Sprint?
Mine's?
Do you have any?
Um, Man, it was back in the day, bro. They used to, rip my dad off pretty damn good, bro. The the bill was like around 175 bucks for like 4 lines. We had the Moto Razor and whatnot. They said that our plan would be like 100 bucks a month. It was 175. It was a killer. But recently, I had the Sprint for that 1 year free plan, I'm not exactly sure if you guys know about that. It was
Yeah,
completely
the
free.
jump start. Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. The call quality was horrible, but it was free, man. You got free data and stuff, so yeah, that was pretty cool.
But you still had
So
another carrier, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
See?
What
Yeah,
was
you
it?
weren't gonna go
Yeah, I think it was
solo on
Mint.
Sprint.
No way, man. It's nice to have as a backup phone and to save your data from your other phone. So that was pretty cool.
So if you were on Mint, you were like on a set amount of data, like 30 gigs or
Right,
something like that.
right. Back then it was like what 5, 2, 5, and 10 or something like that. It wasn't that much, and now it's like 5, 10, and 15 or 20, something like that. It's a lot more data you're getting.
Yeah. 2CB6. Laughing my A off. Cricket is just trash. Trash. So those speeds, man, they really do throttle you. Most people are probably working with what, 5 to 8 megabits per second. Some are getting 3 megabits per
Yeah,
second.
I think mine was actually 3 because the family plan was 3, and you're not going to get the full 3. Sometimes, especially during rush hour, it's about 1.5 and stuff. So,
You got to draw the line, man, at some point.
but they have good coverage. I'm not gonna lie. You could go, far into the bushes and they still get coverage.
Yeah. Tyler says, "What phone are you using?" To Paul. I don't know what Paul's using. Jessica says, "You made my Google Home go off. Nice job, Alter Tech."
Too bad she doesn't have any Wi-Fi lights.
Yeah. Have not tried US Mobile. Opinion on the new Google Fi. So Google Fi's got a new unlimited plan, Alter Tech. Like it's a more traditional unlimited plan, like the way that the big four carriers do it. So 22 gig soft cap for data threshold. After 22 gigs, they throttle you down to like really slow speeds. I'm not a big fan of
Right.
it, but it's $70 for a line, and then I don't know. They're starting to like discount lines. So the second line would be 50, the third line would be 40. So like their pricing got better and their unlimited options got a little bit better.
Okay.
I don't know if it's something you've tried before, you've heard of, but like I'm just
Oh
not a big
yeah, I
fan
did
of it.
try it. It was basically on my T-Mobile's network, so it was basically like the same thing as being on T-Mobile. So
They do what? T-Mobile, Sprint, US
Sprint.
Cellular. Yeah, they kind of like do this handoff thing if you have the right phone. If you activate the SIM and put it on an iPhone, it'll only connect to T-Mobile.
Oh, that might have been it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, like if you have a Google phone, like
Yeah.
say you got a OG Pixel or a Pixel 2 or a Pixel 3, you'll be switching, handing off whichever connection's the best. It's actually kind of a cool feature.
So it's like having Sprint and T-Mobile together. So you just
Yeah,
okay.
it's kind of nice. Paul says best carrier for prepaid. Uh, Metro
I still
2
gotta
for
try
80.
Metro, man.
What do you think?
I still gotta try it. I have yet to try it, so I
Okay.
can't. Yeah.
I don't know. Some people that are in good Sprint markets say Boost is awesome. Some people that are in good T-Mobile markets say Metro is awesome. AT&T prepaid is good. Verizon prepaid is good when it comes to service coverage. Uh,
Yeah, there's so many factors, man. It depends on which phone you're using. Depends on how close you are to the towers. There's a lot of things to consider.
what's up, Carl? Good to have you on, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Where this sometimes this moves too quick. Unlock custom droid says Metro must have good experiences with it. Right now, actually, and this is cool. Thank you for mentioning this. T-Mobile's newest promo, they're doing 2 lines for 65 for their prepaid, which is pretty good. You're getting 480p resolution. You are getting unlimited LT data, 50 gig deprioritization threshold. It's a pretty good deal. 5 for 155. It's pretty good.
Do you have any
Five
idea
lines.
why they actually came out with that plan?
It's weird
You think
because
they?
Metro by T-Mobile is doing 2 for 80.
Yeah.
So they're
You think
kind
it's
of
because
undercutting it.
That New York City
Uh,
story that came out with the used phones?
I wonder, man. I wonder if that has to do with it. So you followed that story, huh?
Yeah,
Bro, you're pretty
bro.
close
But
to there regionally. So like What are you hearing in the streets, man?
Bro, that's the norm, man. Even with the other carriers, you could find them selling open box Moto E5s and stuff. My Moto E5 Super was open box from Cricket. I'm not exactly sure why they went after just T-Mobile by Metro. It didn't make much sense.
Wonder if it's a political stunt because of the whole merger and everything.
It sounded like it.
Wow.
That was pretty
Okay.
bad for T-Mobile. I mean, the network in New York, it went down for like a couple hours on Friday, and earlier that same day, I believe that's when the story broke out. It was just it was a tough week for T-Mobile.
Hey, Paul. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Nintendo 504 is in the house. Yeah, that really was a bad week. They had that issue. What I will say, though, is authorized dealers are kind of in a position where they're trying to make money. I can't blame them for wanting to be profitable.
True.
But I mean, you got to call a spade a spade. You know what I mean, Ultra Tech? We wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't true. So there are people that try to defend it and say, well, they're just trying to make money, man. They don't make enough money. Well, I mean, whose fault is it that you got caught then? I mean, you're trying to justify stealing, like charging people for fees that don't really exist. Like they're adding on taxes. Well, like if you don't give them an itemized receipt and the people aren't paying attention, you're playing them. Because all I would look as the itemized receipt, I'd say, okay, here's the amount for the service, here's the amount for tax, here's my total. But they're not giving them an itemized receipt. They're just giving them a credit card statement that they scanned their credit card and their total was $167. Where's the breakdown? So that's one
Right.
problem that was happening. Then you got the open box iPhones. That crap has been going on for years. I think you're totally right about that. But I mean, it's stealing. The Better Business Bureau gets involved at this point, What is this nonsense that's going on here? Moderators, get all this garbage out of here. I don't know what is all that nonsense there.
Yo, you
Moderators,
know who used to sell open box items? GameStop. They would open up the games for some reason, and they would let some of the employees test out the games, and they would sell it as brand new games. They got in trouble for that a couple years ago.
I mean, there's just a part of being honest and operating, with honesty and integrity and business virtue. Hey, moderators, can we
Yeah.
get this out of here? I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know. So it looks like somebody's trying to spam the live chat. No problem. Oh, they're doing it over and over again with like different accounts. No problem. We'll just ignore it then.
I think it's Verizon.
I don't know. See, here's the thing, Alter Tech. I dog all the carriers, man.
Oh yeah.
Let me explain like one of my biggest pet peeves, like the biggest frustrations I have. I don't have any affiliation with any carriers. They don't pay me. And I have to keep it that way. Or else my channel's credibility gets questioned. The minute they
I
start
gotcha.
the minute they start paying me to say things, do things, I lose integrity. Now Sneed Mobile Tech's a sellout. So because of that, I don't have corporate affiliations. I don't have deals with carriers because then my word doesn't mean anything. So
Right.
as of right now, I'm not taking anything from Verizon. I dog them all the time. But I also talk about how good their network is because that's undeniable. You call a spade a spade. AT&T may be the most evil carrier in the world. No lie,
For real?
bro.
Why?
Oh my God. Have you seen my history of AT&T video?
No, I gotta check it out.
Yeah. Bro, you know who Thanos is?
Yeah.
AT&T is Thanos.
Wow. Why the
Like,
overcharging and whatnot?
bro, like the history of AT&T dates back to 1880. A lot of people don't know that they were the only company that had phone lines in the US. And
Yeah, I
they
think. Yeah.
monopolized it, you know what I'm saying? And they weaponized connectivity for over a century. And they were forced to break up in the 80s because they got so big. And they split into 7 daughter companies. So the original Bell company had to split, and they split like 30 times after that, and different conglomerates and different mergers and different acquisitions. Bro, AT&T literally eliminates competition.
Wow.
Their goal is to not outcompete anybody. Their goal is to consume everybody. You get what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Yeah.
T-Mobile is ready to compete. They want to compete with their merger. They want to get to AT&T and Verizon, right? So
Oh,
when we
now it
look
makes
at,
sense.
you get
I
what I'm
got you.
saying? Yeah.
I
So
got
like
you.
it's easy for me to promote a company that is willing to compete and work hard. You know what I'm saying? Then you have AT&T. They're like big fish eat little fish. You know, so like, and anytime, and that's the problem. The companies that they consume are like, yeah, we'll sell out. They're throwing billions at us. Bro, AT&T tried to buy T-Mobile when they had 40 million subscribers.
Oh, are you serious? Wait, I think I
Yes.
remember that. What was like in the early
I got it.
2000s or something?
I have a video on that too. I have the history of the failed merger in 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? I've seen everything come and go. They buy regional carriers so that they don't have to have roaming agreements with them. So they don't have to pay
Right.
them. They buy them out, and now they have their towers and all their infrastructure and all their customers. They consume. They're that. And
Wow, that's
Verizon's the
crazy.
same way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've always fought for Sprint, but Sprint has failed. I've fought for T-Mobile, and I will, because they're disruptors. And because they're disruptors, customers get more from them. Bro, AT&T is only concerned about profitability. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you're going through. You might lose your job, and you might say to them, look, I'm going to be out of work for a few weeks. Can you wait 3 weeks so I can pay my bill? Don't cut off my phone. They'll tell you to go to hell. We're cutting off your phone. You've been a customer. You could be standing customer with AT&T for 15 years. Miss one payment, and they'll cut your line.
Wow.
Bro, 15 years. That's 12 payments a year for 15 years. You do the math. You know? Um, Verizon's the same way. I bet you in the end of the day, T-Mobile's the same way. But my point is, they're not our friends. We pay them for service. When people start to get like real emotional about their carriers, I find it strange. They start like defending them. They start saying how great they are. What do you care? They provide you a service. You're the king of your money. You're paying them.
Right.
Who's promoting who here? You know what I'm saying? I try to empower consumers. I try to provide information that they can use as ammunition against the carriers. They want you blind. They don't want you knowing everything because they want to play you and take more of your money. And people just blindly follow. And to me, that's frustrating. I like it when people dog Verizon and dog T-Mobile and dog AT&T and dog Sprint because that means to me they're not slaves to them. That's what my channel is really about, information.
Right.
And and being informative, like it adds value. Like your channel informs me about certain Android devices. Well, if I'm going to make an informed purchase, I should be watching these types of videos, right? Or how to use a device, right? Or how to maximize my enjoyment with a device. You provide a service in that way.
Right.
Let's see what Frankie says here. Do you pay your friends for their loyalty? Buy iPhone 11 models or wait until next year's redesign. Depends on what you're coming out of, Ultra Tech. I'll let you go with this one. I will say, if you're coming out of an iPhone 8, 8 Plus, I would definitely upgrade to an 11. If you have a 10 or a 10S, I would say no. If you have a 10R, I would say no. I would wait till next year.
As for me, I don't know, man. I want to get my hands on it before I make a final decision, and just because there might be some features you might be like, oh crap, I didn't expect it to be like this, but on paper and looking at it side by side, it looks like a recycled XR. Can't lie, can't. You know, Tim Cook could come in and just give you guys all that magic words, like it's powerful, it's innovative, and it's the best thing ever. But it is what it is. It's the iPhone XR version 2.0.
10R is $599 right now.
Yeah.
The 11's $699. So if you want to save $100, get a 10R.
And I feel like, a lot of people are not going to upgrade, and that's going to leave a lot of, inventory. And when it comes to Black Friday and whatnot, we might see a lot of good deals if you guys want to wait out. But I'm a tech YouTuber, so I need to get it right now. So that's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I feel you. The nice thing about iPhones is they hold their value better than Androids. So you wouldn't feel too bad. Like the OnePlus devices, they actually hold their value better than most Androids, like Galaxy devices.
Right. But once they had that OnePlus 6T promo, the price, the resale value on that actually dropped down a little bit. That was the fastest time. That was the fastest drop on a OnePlus device, I believe.
So this is a true statement. If you can read that there, Altered Tech. I do
Hide your
hide my subscriber
subscriptions.
number. I do.
I would guess it's like over 50G.
No, man, I got like 5,000 subs, bro.
Oh man.
I got about 5,000
Well,
subs.
it's only been
Now,
2 years, man.
yeah, well, here's the thing. I hide it for a reason. And I started hiding it at 3 or 4,000. And the reason I hide it is because I want people, when they find my videos, when they find my channel, I want them to watch my video or videos, and I want them to make a decision if they're going to subscribe, it's because they watched my videos and liked them. And if they don't subscribe, I want them to do it because they didn't like my videos. I don't want them to look at my subscriber count and make a decision if they're going to subscribe. I don't want them to say, oh, this is a small YouTuber. Oh, he's a big
Oh,
YouTuber. I don't want that, bro. I want to earn my subscribers on merit.
that makes
I don't
sense.
I, I don't want it, bro. I don't want a perception. I want meritocracy.
Let me
If
go ahead and change my subscriber count to
no,
private.
no. Do what you do, bro. It's up to you. I just, bro, I work
Honestly,
my
honestly, I just kept mines on public just to get that suspense of 1,000 subscribers. That's all I wanted, man. That's all I wanted.
Hey man, I my first year I had 300 subscribers. I've had a channel for 2 years. My first year I had 300. So what has happened from year 1 to year 2? I'm now at like 5,500 or something, 5,300. I forget what it is. I don't even care. I value all of my subscribers. I value all my viewers. I actually value my commenters the most. I value those in the live chat now, right? They mean a lot to me because they're interactive. It's meaningful to me. Um, man, I could tell you that the first 50 subs, the first 100 subs, the first 500. I remember when I hit 1,000. And then I think around 3,000 I hid my subscriber count because I felt like I started reaching out to some YouTubers in the smaller YouTube circle, and I was getting ignored. They wouldn't even reply. So what I think I've noticed is that like my goal in hiding my subscribers is that people can actually watch my video and make a decision if they want to subscribe or not. Because I feel like because I've been a small channel, that these other creators don't take me seriously. But see, here's the thing, Altered Tech. I've got videos with thousands of views. I see guys with 10, 50,000 subscribers that don't get the views that I get. So the subscriber number is meaningless, actually. It's meaningful that you hit a milestone. It means nothing to your channel growth.
Right.
Your views matter. You get what I'm saying? The view duration matters. How many ads are going to play during your videos? Like, you get what I'm saying? The subscriber number is a little bit misleading.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I was talking to another tech YouTuber and she got to 1,000 really quick, but it took her about like what 3 or 4 months to reach $100 in revenue. And for me, in 1 week I got like $20. Like in a couple of days I got $20. So I should definitely get that within a month
Yeah. What's up,
because of
Wahid?
the
Good to have
views.
you on. Yeah. I could tell you right now, it's a little bit daunting to start thinking about like making money. I mean,
Right.
it was nice to get monetized. It felt like I had achieved something. My first goal was to get to 1,000 subs. My next
Hmm.
goal was to actually generate revenue. Like, because to me, it was like, okay, now that means that you've succeeded at something. They're willing to pay you for people to watch your videos, you know? Uh, so it's kind of nice. You know what,
Did you get
Paul?
your
You're,
first paycheck already?
oh, months ago. I got
Oh,
monetized at the
nice.
beginning of this year. So, uh,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's rewarding knowing that you reached that milestone. It's not
Right.
really the money per se. Like the money is fine. It's
But you
awesome.
could
I mean,
actually, take the money and reinvest and
yeah.
do what you love doing. So,
So
yeah.
I started a Patreon page, and I don't have many patrons. They're a nice community. They're good people. Uh, my Patreon page has 3 tiers. You could donate $1, you could donate $2, you could donate $3, and they've been with me as patrons for over a year. It was with the Patreon money that I took and I bought a mic, and I bought a mic stand, and I bought cables, and I bought wires, and I bought the webcam, and I bought my laptop. Like everything I use to produce production, right, was from the patrons. So I want to give a big shout out to the patrons. They were the foundation of my YouTube channel in terms of improving my videos, because you need investment to make your channel
Right.
better, you know. I just actually redid my whole setup. I upgraded all my equipment. I upgraded the mic. I upgraded all the cables. I upgraded everything. Brand new laptop. Uh, I reinvested because I want to give them something better. But you can't do that until you get monetized or your subscribers give you donations, right?
Right.
Because it's hard, man. You starting with the basics, you know. And you know what, Paul? To answer your question or to answer your statement, you're right. I could do something, bro. I could make videos all day of squirrels jet skiing and get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. But like, how does that help anybody? I'm a school teacher, bro. I've been teaching kids. I'm in the business of helping people. Uh, YouTube is all about cat videos and squirrels, like jet skiing. I'm just not going to get into that. Hey, congratulations, Unlock Custom Droid. Hey, like I said, when that
Yeah.
traction happens, it's a good feeling, man.
Bro, you got there pretty quick, man. It took me like 6, 8 months to get to 100. Took me a while.
What's that?
I said it took me about 6 to 8 months to get to just 100 subscribers. So for him, he got there pretty quick.
Here's what Robert says. Snee just likes to talk about the crap I read about and think about all day. Yeah, pretty much. For all like the network nerds out there. I'm a network nerd,
Oh,
you know? Your channel is very informative, especially for those who are making a career in the telecom industry. I learn a lot from you. Thank you. Those are very kind words, Weeb. Appreciate it, man. Think you guys could have been way more successful if you report on something like sports or video games. I like sports, but I don't care to report on it. I like video games, but I don't care to report on it. The bottom line is you have to be happy in what you're doing. Like I said, I'm a school teacher. I wouldn't have been a school teacher if it was about money. I would have been a lawyer. I would have been a doctor. I would have been an engineer. I would have been something else, right? But my original mentor is my grandfather. He inspired me to be a teacher, and I thought it was like my calling, bro. And this for me is not only a hobby, but it's enjoyment. This is like a labor of love. We talked before we came on. You kind of have to enjoy what you're doing, and with it comes some hard times where you kind of doubt it, right?
yeah. So I did the opposite. I did something that I hate doing, which was engineering school, and I was miserable. So if I could go back in time, man, I probably would have been like a photographer or something, man. So it is what it is, man. You gotta do what makes you happy.
Should have been a nurse or a doctor. I always had band-aids, EpiPens. Thank you for the super chat, Unlock Custom Droid. I appreciate that, man. Much appreciated. That's very kind gesture. See, I got a good community, Altered Tech. Good people here, man. All my subscribers, all my viewers. I want to give a big shout out to Altered Tech for coming on. Thank you for being here, man. I want to give a big shout out to his channel. Please check out
Hey, I
Altered Tech.
appreciate it, bro.
Raf, if you could plug his channel real quick, get that in there. Um, Go ahead and plug your channel one more time, Altered Tech. Let the people know who you are. Let the people know about your channel, what you do, and we'll kind of cap things off.
Yeah, I'm pretty much I'm turning into that OnePlus guy. I'm not exactly sure how many of you guys know about the OnePlus devices, but I do have a OnePlus 7 Pro, which is the latest OnePlus device. I've been covering the cameras, the new open beta features, and everything like that. And next week, I know the OnePlus 7T is going to come out. So I can't tell you guys all that stuff, but um, be sure to subscribe because I do have some exciting videos and surprises about the OnePlus 7T coming up. So,
Now, what I want to do with my channel, I don't necessarily want to cover any hardware, but I want to have people on my channel that do cover hardware. So I want to leave the invitation open to you, Altered Tech. If you want to come back to the SMT podcast or work on any type of collaborations, I would be honored to have you on again or work with you on anything. So, yeah, I just want to thank you for taking the time to be on tonight.
you know what? I'm thinking about getting that OnePlus 7 Pro 5G just for that, that 5G coverage. So, this could probably like just, mesh. We could probably meet up once in a while and just, do a little collaboration. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
that would be great, man. I'd love to take the opportunity to do that. Uh, like I said, I leave the hardware stuff to the hardware people, and I take care of the network side. I like people having their own little niche and having their lanes, and I let those that specialize do their thing, man. So I would just like to say that I appreciate everything you do on your channel. I love your videos. I like your style. I like the way you do things on your channel. So I want to say that I do support you publicly. If you ever want to come back to the channel, please, by all means, you are a friend of the show and you're welcome anytime.
All right, man. I appreciate the words, man. It means a lot to me.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and kind of end the stream now, the podcast. I want to thank a bunch of people. I want to thank Ultratech for being here. I want to thank Pete. I want to thank Rafi, Madbirds, all the moderators for holding it down in the live chat. I want to thank the replay crew, those that are watching this on the replay at a later time. I want to thank all the commenters, all those in the live chat, all my subscribers, all my viewers, anybody who's ever contributed or supported the SMT with a super chat, a donation, the patrons, the Discord gang. Thank you guys all so much for the continued support. Without you guys, really, I mean, this channel is for you. This is the people's channel, the SMT Nation. And Paul, I know you were a little mad at me earlier because I wasn't getting to your questions, but I was, engaged in a conversation with a very important YouTuber, in my opinion. So I wanted to give him my undivided attention. So thank you guys again for watching. On behalf of Altered Tech and myself, the SMT, thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.